past UFC 251. I mean, the card is great. Usman Masvidal stepping in on short notice, 5-round fight, went the distance. Let's start with the main card. Oh, actually, did you watch the Ozdemir and Projaca fight or whatever?
No, I just watched the main card.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Yuri Prozazica. The guy's a character.
Yeah.
The way he fights is like reckless. I mean, he fights with his hands down, like chin forward, goes back and forth, kind of like this weird, like capoeira type of thing. I mean, this awkward. Like he should be knocked out. He should be knocked out by the shit he does.
But he doesn't.
But no, he knocked out Ozdemir. He fucking knocked him out cold, man, in the second round, and it was something. The guy's a character. I'm interested to see how he progresses.
Well, he has to like change his style then eventually.
Eventually, you're gonna have to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Amanda Ribas defeating Paige Van Zandt. I mean,
we called it.
Yeah. I knew it. Now Paige was a big underdog. I think she was 6-1 or something like that.
I mean, those odds are fair because like, if you have someone publicly speaking against the UFC, not just that, but kind of like she makes herself look like she doesn't really care.
Yeah. And she's been very inconsistent.
She broke her arm 3 times.
Yeah, the same arm.
Yeah,
fight,
it's crazy.
Arm break, fight, arm break, fight, arm break. You know, and it's been like that for the past couple of years.
Yeah, so
and
I'm not surprised with those odds.
You know, I still figured that she might be able to pull out a victory
just because of her experience.
Yeah,
right?
based on her experience, she is scrappy. But Amanda Ribas, we knew she was just gonna tear her up,
and she did.
And I bet money. So Paige Van Zandt odds were too good to pass up because you put $100 down, $50 down, you're getting
you can't hate on that.
$350 to $450 back.
You can't hate on that.
It's
you and the rest of the world probably do the same thing.
So I put some money down on Paige. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But Amanda Ribas, I think, is a star in the making. She's gorgeous. I think she's my UFC crush. She's bodied up. She's got like physique, great personality, and she fights like a freaking dog, man. She's like Amanda Nunes type style. Just
dude. When she got that armbar, she was relentless.
Yeah,
she wanted to make sure that she finished Paige, and she did.
And she's all around skilled. So man, that was such a quick fight.
Yeah.
I mean, a great showing for her. I think the UFC's got one with her.
Yeah.
Rose Namajunas
probably the fight of the night, right?
Yeah, that was. I think it was the fight of the night. I mean, she pulled it out, man. She got the split decision. She kept Jessica Andrade at bay.
Things were looking good for her.
Landing her shots. I mean, she did get her eye busted up. It did look dicey at moments.
Her eye looked nasty.
During
and after the fight.
I mean, Andrade came at her all 3 rounds swinging, and she had her in trouble at moments, but Rose stuck it out and picked her apart, and it was a good showing for Rose. She looked. I had a friend who asked me what my picks were tonight because they had somebody that was betting, and I gave him my picks. All of them kind of, I think, stayed the same from when we recorded. The only thing I changed up was Rose Namajunas. I went with Rose when I told him.
Okay.
Because I saw her at the weigh-ins, and she looked mindset. I questioned her mindset, and then when I saw her at the weigh-ins, I was like, "No, she's good. She's ready." And it kind of showed in the fight, and even during the fight, I was like, "Nah, she's focused."
Yeah, but you know what? Like I think it's safe to say that throughout Rose Namajunas' UFC career, she's always been kind of unassuming as far as her physical appearance and how she conducts herself in there. Like you can't really tell.
Yeah, I just based it off her last few years of like just now mental state. It's been a big topic.
But even like her last fight with Jessica, she was winning that fight up until she got knocked out. So I think that it's safe to say that I felt like she was going to win that fight, and she did. And it was a great fight. Yeah. Probably the fight of the night.
Yeah,
I think her and Max.
Yeah, I went with Jessica, and then after that, I was like, you know what, I like the way she's looking, her demeanor, everything. So I went with her, and I told him, and I did pretty good. The only thing I picked Masvidal to win.
That's because of hard.
That was just a hard one.
Yeah,
but I think we would have won like 5-5 because the next one above that was Peter Yan defeating Jose Aldo, which was That was another great fight.
You know what? And Jose Aldo looked great in that fight.
He looked great in that fight.
Because, prior to that fight, he was never throwing any leg kicks.
No.
And in this fight, he was. And, before, Aldo just focused on his boxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was throwing leg kicks. He looked like the old Jose Aldo.
And if it would have went the distance, I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have gave it to him, or at least it would have been split. No. You know what I mean?
It's crazy to think that he's 35 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, and he was dominant for so many years. And
he's still good. He's still a top 5
guy. Easy. I felt bad, but Jan he's just a beast. Yeah. And he's going to be champion for a long time, I think.
And what I was hoping for was that it was going to be a good fight and a competitive fight and not a blowout. And it was actually
it was a back and forth.
Yeah.
You're right. I think that those 3 fights were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were great. They were back and forth, and it was.
I was gonna edge my sheet for that because I was, like midway through, because I think my pick was Jan.
Yeah.
But midway through, I said, "Man, Jose Aldo can pull it off."
He looked like it. He could pull it off. I thought he kind of. But he was beating Jan to the punch through the majority of that fight.
But then, I think Jan adjusted, and then I think Aldo's gas tank kind of just went out.
Yeah, Jan went full boxing mode. Yeah, he went at him.
Smart, man.
Yeah, and
to readjust his game
plan. Aldo started to fade.
Yeah, his gas tank was going empty.
He looked good, man. He looked good. They both looked good. Aldo lost, but it's a moral victory.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He looked great.
Do you think Cejudo comes back to fight Jan? I think so.
I think so. That'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
But I right now I'd pick Jan to win that fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching it and I thought they both looked great, but I was like,
I can see Jan could be seen champion for a long time.
Yeah. He can. He is capable of it. It'll be interesting. I want to see how it plays out because I wasn't sure. I was trying to think. I don't know if they can compete with him. I don't with the wrestling and all that. I don't know.
But then again, Cejudo's a beast.
Yeah, Cejudo's a beast. Yeah. All right, now we get to the co-main event. Alexander Volkanovski defeating Max Holloway for the featherweight title. Now, this was a very controversial fight. I think Twitter blew up about the decision. Dana White had his own opinions, even though he didn't really express them too much. He made it clear how he felt. You felt the same way. Max, everybody thought Max won this fight.
Yeah. And maybe my opinion is a bit biased just because Max Holloway is my favorite fighter right now, but I just felt like he came on strong in the opening round, and he won those first 3 rounds, and he was beating him to the punch.
Yeah.
He actually kicked back this time, and he was checking on those. Like although he was getting kicked a lot,
he went strike for strike.
I think he kicked back, and I think he was checking on those as well, and he looked great. I think the 4th or 5th round you can get to Volkanovski, and I think Max won. Well, he should have won, but shit happens when you fight into the judges.
Yeah, the right hook was landing on it for a lot. He had an uppercut that was landing.
He dropped him at one point. I think it's the second or third.
He had a head kick. He threw a couple combinations that backed up Volkanovski a lot.
Yeah, because he dropped him and then threw a stick combination right after.
Yeah. I thought Max won. Now I didn't watch it. I was in and out because of stuff going on at the house. But I was like, I felt like he did enough, and I thought he did it. He seen every moment that I saw, he was dominating those moments. But the thing, I think he still could have. I think he could have won if those last 2 rounds he would have fought off the takedowns a little bit harder because it seems like the judges sided with Volkanovski on those takedowns. He did about 3 in the last 2 rounds. If Max would have just fought him off a little bit harder and really Sprawl did something and not let him get taken down, even though I know he got right back up. You never know how the judges.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, you're right. He got taken down, I think twice
in the 5th, I think.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard to see if the judges kind of judge on the takedown itself, or because he didn't really do anything.
No, he didn't do anything. Unfortunately, the judges it looked like they sided with the takedown
because of the takedowns.
Yeah. They almost weighted as much as like a knockdown. It's like there's no way. It's a more of a position change than anything. It's like if you don't do anything with it and he gets right back up, like McCarthy said the same thing. Like John McCarthy is like, if you don't do anything with it, like I don't think you should get awarded it. Like it's position change basically.
Exactly. But the UFC brought their own judges to this fight because and the others have their own commission.
Yeah.
So.
And it was. I felt bad for Max, especially to make the adjustments, to basically win the fight, go 5 hard 25 minutes,
and travel across the world just to
fight. Travel across the world in a pandemic, get the training, all that, and then get robbed. It's so fucked up, man.
Yeah, like history says that a guy that loses to a champion twice doesn't get a third fight, but I think he deserves a third fight with this one.
I think if he can come back with a solid win or two, I think he'll be right there. Yeah, I think Dana will make an exception for like this one.
Yeah,
man, it's unfortunate.
It sucks, that happened. Man. I was pissed,
and the fact that he now has to go back and fight
and earn his way
back, basically.
Yeah,
and it's not easy. Kamaru Usman defeating Jorge Masvidal in 5 rounds for the welterweight title.
The worst fight of the night.
Probably the worst fight of the night. I think when you're looking at the striker versus grappler situation, this is basically how it normally turns out.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman went with what he does best, and Juan got the W.
I mean, he did what he had to do to win the fight. I think he fought smart.
Yeah, 16. I think you don't want to take any chances.
No, you don't go toe to toe with Masvidal. I mean, he hits like a tank.
Yeah, and Masvidal, even in the 5th round, anytime he broke loose, he will swing for the fence, and he puts good combinations together. So he's dangerous.
But I can see a fight being a bit different if you give Jorge like a 6 to 8 week training camp to get prepared. Because he did get tired out.
He didn't even have he had, I think his manager was in his corner.
Yeah.
And he was Skyping. His manager was Skyping with Mike Brown.
Yeah.
And telling Jorge what to do.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's crazy.
And I think he took the last 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
Without really much training.
Yeah. So give him a full training camp. I think he'll do a little. I don't know if the outcome would be different, but
I don't know if
the fight.
I don't know if it would be much different. But he will at least be able to, make the adjustments, have a solid gas tank, go in confident.
Yeah, because he was in there tired because, Usman was dirty boxing him and kind of like grappling from the cage. So
yeah,
wore him out.
Basically, I think Dominic Cruz said it best. He's he used the cage as the floor and just kept him up against the cage the entire time. And just tired him out, stomp him, carried his weight. And that was it. That was all she wrote for the fight. There's not much to talk about the fight because that's pretty much the entire fight.
Yeah.
It was Usman backing Jorge up against the cage and then break loose, strikes. Jorge did land a few.
And then go back to
and then right back to the cage. And then that was it.
Yeah.
Take down, so.
That sucks.
It sucks the way it went, but, I feel bad for Jorge because it was such a big... I think the gate or the pay-per-view buys were around over 1 million. They were 1.3.
1.3.
Yeah. He got announced as one of the cover athletes for the UFC 4. It was a big moment for him to shine. I think a lot of people were rooting for him. Even casual people that I know were that are watching the fights because there's nothing else on. They're they wish, he had a longer. They at training camp. They know he didn't have a longer training camp. So it's cool to see casual fans
kind of understanding the situation,
and not writing him off.
Yeah,
and then so
it's not like Jose Aldo when he got knocked off.
yeah, and nobody knew him, and then all of a sudden, bam! All they see is him on the floor.